Tusomeko kitabo ekindi Abakolisi ekisooka ensula 12.
There's actually a very deep teaching around this passage of scripture.
Ntibana aliwo okwegamba okusomesa okwebuziba okuva mu nnino lwetujja okusoma.
And we've got a little bit of a younger group of women here.
Ndiyo tindikubona abakyala batototo nga bangi gano.
So, one of the things that was happening in the pagan cultures that these Christian women had come out of
Nti ekimu ku kintu ekyali ku bakyala bano abataali bayikiriza abakyala abayikiriza mwe baava
is that the women would be what we would call temple prostitutes.
nti abakazi bano galinga y'abakazi abalinga mu yeekaalu abenzi ab'omu yeekaalu.
And after they had provided that service,
nti nga saaviisi eweire oba okusaba
they would take off their headscarves
nga baatoola ku ebizibaawo bibeebwikirira
and prophesy to a man.
baatandika okulagula eri abasaada.
So, and it was also the head covering in the different cultures
nti okubiika emitwe mu buwangwa obundi
signified different things.
bitegeeza ebintu bya ndawulo.
It signified their availability
nti kitegeeza nti ndiwo
as a lady of a prostitute.
nti muna ndiwo shoti yo balongo.
It signified whether they were a married woman.
Ate kindi kyalaga nti baali bafumbo. Mu buwangwa obundi kyalaga nga beetunda. Obuwangwa obundi kyalaga nga bafumbo.
Or available for marriage.
Oba batuuse okufumbirwa.
And in the Greek, Roman and Jewish
nti Abayonaani n'Abaroma n'Abayudaaya,
which this church was made up of,
ekanisa eno abantu be yali ng'ebaamu,
it meant different things to each group.
nti kyali kitegeeza kati Abayudaaya kyali kitegeeza kindi, Abayonaani kyategeeza kindi, n'Abaroma nga kitegeeza kindi.
It also
Era
It also determined their understanding of how babies were produced.
Era kyona nga kitegeeza mu ngeri eyindi nga kitegeeza n'abaana engeri gye bazaalibwamu.
You got to think this is a long time ago.
Kino akirowoozeza kwe kumala ebbanga.
And we know a lot more about the biology of the human body.
Era ffenna twidde okusoma ku by'obuntu.
But they believed
nti naye bayikiriza
that the hair
nti enviiri
assisted in helping conception.
nti enviiri diyambaku mbudaali diyambaku mu kufuna olubuto.
And this is where it gets even more weird.
nti era gano we kituukira okuba nga kabiri kyewuunisa.
Because they believed
nti baali bayikiriza
that the woman's hair
nti enviiri ey'omukazi
was equivalent to the man's testicles.
nti enviiri ey'omukazi zaali denkanankana n'ebitundu eby'omusaada ebyekyama.
Bulimaawa.
This is true. I'm not telling you.
baana bino lungantu abakazi.
This is what the medical profession believed at that time.
nti kino basawo beene bakugu banasayansi bye baali bayikiriza ekiseera ekyo ng'enviiri ey'omukazi eyo nga denkanankana ne weewuwo.
And so for a woman to have her hair uncovered,
nti ng'omukazi okuba n'enviiri nga tabuyiseeku aba ali kubona nga waawuwe nga ali kutambula.
was equivalent to walking into church with her genitalia exposed.
nti okujja mu kanisa n'enviiri nga tinsandikire ddala kuti nga tosibye ku kitambaala mbu kyali kifaanana ng'oli kubona weewuwe ali kuyita nga ali kwegaba tavugaiko.
So that's when we read that passage.
So nja kusoma kuwakanirira ako
1 Corinthians.
Abakolinso poliisi ekisooka.
We'll read from verse 4.
Tutandike ku nnyo olwokuna.
Every man who prays or prophesies with his head covered dishonors his head.
Buli musajja bw'asaba oba bw'abuulira omutwe gwe nga gubikiddwako aswaza omutwe gwe.
But every wife who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head.
Naye buli mukazi bw'asaba oba bw'abuulira omutwe gwe nga gubikiddwako aswaza omutwe gwe.
So now I've just put a different picture in your mind.
Nga tegubikiddwako sole aswaza omutwe gwe.
I put a different picture in your mind now.
Kati ndiba ekifaananyi ekindi wali olusoose akobye nti omusana bw'abuulira ng'abwiseeku omutwe gwe aswaza. Naye omukazi bw'abuulira oba bw'ayogera nga tabwiseeku omutwe gwe kabiri mbw'ataaga omukazi aswaza mutwe gwe.
For a woman to have her head uncovered
okuba n'omutwe nga togubwiseeku
was dishonorable because she was displaying her genitalia.
Anti ekyo kyali mu biseera bye tuli kasaadino mu biseera bire mukyali ng'okugamba kiti kya kitiibwa kubanga ng'ogwidde n'omutwe gwe amazima obona ng'osito weewuwe kabiri omwetiise bwetiga aliko tambulira bw'aba ati ng'abantu bali kumubona.
Verse 6.
Olw'omukaaga.
For if a wife will not cover her head, then she should cut her hair short.
Nti kuba oba omukazi obanga omukazi tabikibwako era asalibwenga enviiri.
But since it's disgraceful for a wife to cut her hair or shave her head, let her cover her head.
Naye obanga kyansonyi omukazi okusalibwako enviiri oba okumwebwako abiikibwengako.
So what the woman was doing, if she shaved her head,
nti omukazi kyeyakolanga ng'asalako enviiri,
she was interfering with the ability for her to conceive.
Nti mu era kino kyetukwogera ku tikyabuti kitukwogera mu ekyali omukanisa y'Abakoliso Pawulo byali kusomesa nti ng'omukazi bw'asalako ate kabiri enviiri mbu kabiri agamba anafuye amaani ag'okufuna enda.
It's tricky. This is the culture that
kyakukodyo omukwayi eno bwali nga n'obuwangwa bweyo ebiseera ebyo.
Let's move down to 14.
Katujje ku Lw'ekumi mu kitabo kirala ekyo n'essula endala eyo.
Does not nature itself teach you that if a man wears long hair, it's a disgrace for him?
Obusajja bwokka tebubayigiriza ng'omusajja bw'akuza enviiri zimuswaza.
But if a woman has long hair, it's her glory.
Naye omukazi bw'akuza enviiri kye kitiibwa gy'ali.
So what's happening here?
Kiki ekiri kubaawo wano?
It's all about the hair.
Kiri ku mutwe.
And when it says there, does not nature itself, that's Paul referring to the medical profession of the day.
Nti Pawulo bino by'ekusoma